Lesson 2 of the Integrated Chinese Book 1 PDF by Chang and Sui Publishers. And just to recap, we had looked at the progress checklist. Please check before proceeding. To lesson 2, check that you are able to exchange basic greetings, say ni hao, xia wu hao, zao shang hao, or any kind of normal greetings. You should be able to say your last name and full name. 我姓,我叫. You should be able to ask someone's last name and full name. 你姓什么?你叫什么? Then next you should also say whether you're a student or not. 我是学生,我不是学生. And fifth one, you ought to be able to state your nationality. 我是中国人,我是美国人,我是肯亚人. Sixth, you should be able to ask someone else's nationality. Either in an open question like 你是哪国人, or in a direct question like 你是中国人吗?你是南非人吗? etc. Should you not be able to ask any of these or require more practice on these skill sets, just hit me up. We can always organize 1 or 2 few minutes to recap on that. Moving to the lesson 2, family. And family we call it 家庭. Family is 家庭. And in this lesson you should be able to express yourself in matters of introducing yourself and your family. The objectives are learning to use Chinese to employ basic kinship terms, like talking about basic relatives and their names, describing a family photo. That is also going to be one of the practical questions later on after I finish the second lesson. To talk about someone's profession and to say some common professions, nurse, doctor, driver, etc. So relate and get ready. For the dialogue, we'll begin by reading the dialogue in Chinese. We'll read out the whole of the 2 dialogues and the new words in Chinese, and I'll leave space for you to try to interpret or to read through the English, but try to verbalize the Chinese version of the words. Let's look at this family photo. This dialogue is going to be about 2 people. Wang Pang, the one with the black hair, who has come to visit Gao Wenzhong, the gentleman with the golden hair. Gao Wenzhong is looking at a picture of the family, and from this we know they're going to be able to introduce the family. And for you, the learner too, you ought to be able to introduce the same. From whichever perspective, whether you're from the perspective of Gao Wenzhong, introducing your sister parents, or from his sister, introducing brother, or whether it is from the perspective of the parent, if it's a mom, introducing the husband, the child, and the 2 children. You ought to be able to be flexible enough to introduce whichever way possible. Okay, moving on to reading the text, and we are going to begin reading the text in the characters. Wang Pang is in Gao Wenzhong's room and points to a picture on the wall. Wang Pang says, 高文中,那是你的照片吗? Gao, 是,这是我爸爸,这是我妈妈。这个女孩子是谁? 她是我姐姐。这个男孩子是你弟弟吗? 不是，他是我大哥的儿子。你大哥有女儿吗？他 没有女儿. Great. If you have caught up with that character reading, congratulations. Let's see some language notes. In colloquial Chinese, "zhe" can also be pronounced as "j" and "na" can also be pronounced as "ne." For instance, just go to number 1. Just follow that rooted arrow to number 1 here. 这个女儿是谁? Some Chinese will say 这个女孩子是谁? 这个女孩子是谁? Okay. And going to the first line, when this guy said, 高文中,那是你的照片吗? Some Chinese, mostly Southern Chinese, will say, 那是你的照片吗? You ought to be able to know they're talking about the same thing. Okay, moving on to the same text, but in pinyin words for the beginners, for the sake of our own beginners. This is the same thing that is in the text. This is called the pinyin version. Pinyin is the alphabetized phonetic system and way of reading Chinese. It was made for foreigners to be able to understand from their own point of view what these sounds, Chinese sounds, are, and to be able to communicate. But most Chinese people will communicate or write and read using characters or Hanzi to be specific. Now I move on. Gao Wenzhong, 那是你的照片吗? 这是我爸爸，这是我妈妈。这个女孩子是谁？她是我姐姐。这个男孩子是你弟弟吗？不是，他是我大哥的儿。你大哥有女儿吗？他没有女儿。Vocabulary. Na, de,照片，这，爸爸，妈妈，个，女，孩子，谁，他，姐姐，男，弟弟，他，大哥，儿子，有，女儿，没，专有名词 the proper nouns. 高文中，高 and that is a picture of Gao's family. We are going to look at it a little bit later. Let's see how much or how many of these new words you are able to master. Let's see. I'm going to remove all the alphabetized words, all the pinyin words and the explanations. How about you, the learner, try to read these characters? Number 1. How do you read number 1? It's the word for that. How do you read number 2? It's the word for of, or possessive word. Moving on to number 3, that is the word for picture. How do you read this? The word for picture. Number 4, that is the word for this. This, how do you read it in Chinese? Number 5, the word for father. That is the word for father. Notice it is repeated. 6-2 is repeated. That is the word for mama. Sorry, I already said it. That is the word for mother. In Chinese, how do you read it? Okay. 7 is a measure word, general measure word. See whether you remember. We're going to look at it. Number 8 is a word for female. What word is that? That's good. Number 9 is the word for children. Okay. Number 10 is a question word for meaning who. Number 11 is a word meaning she, like she is not, the word for she. Which word is that? What word is number 12? It's the word for an elder sister, the word for an elder sister. You'll tell me about it. Number 13 is the word meaning male, either male teacher, male student, male friend, boyfriend. The word meaning male. What is it in Chinese? 14 is the word for small brother. 15 is the word for he, like he is not. Then 16 is the word for elder brother, eldest elder brother. Okay? The eldest elder brother. What is the word for that? 17 is the word for a son. How do you say a son? Like my son, your son. 18, that is the verb to have. How do you read that word? The verb to have. And 19 is the word for daughter. Daughter. How do you read that? 20 is the opposite of 18. It means not. Like you can use it together with this 18. This 18 was yo. So you can use it to mean I don't have. So what is number 20? What is 20 in Chinese? And then you have the proper nouns, 3 syllables. Are you able to read those 3 syllables? If you said Gao Wen Zhong, then you must be right. And just below there is the word for tall. Okay. Just below there is the word for tall. Well, you can always look at your book to see those words, because I'm going to scroll over them a little bit fast. Next, I want you to try to get the meaning. I can hide these Chinese words like this, and I give you the English version. Are you able to get the meaning of this Chinese? Let's just look at where we are. Yeah, this is where we are. So let's go ahead and hide this part like that. We're only left with the meaning. So a pronoun, that, how do you say that in Chinese? How do you say that in Chinese? If you said na, then you're correct. A possessive particle, my, we say de. For example, possessive meaning 我的 means my or mine, 你的 means yours, yours. 他的 means theirs. 我的妈妈 my mother. 你的爸爸 your father. 他的弟弟 his brother, his younger brother. Let's look at the noun picture or photo. What was the word for picture or photo? 1 second, and that is the word Zhao Pian. And what is the word for this? Zhe. The word for father or dad? Baba. The word for mother or mom? Got it. Mama. Measure word for many common everyday objects. Measure words. Whenever you're counting anything, you have to mention g in between. If you want to say one mom, you say yi ge mama, because yi is a number. That g is what we're calling a measure word for everyday objects. You want to say 3 brothers, and you know the word for brother is Didi. You will say san ge Didi.